No, you know how to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, DT. Wow, great little master. Oh, that is broken? You can cook it. No.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Srimad Bhagavatham Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Namaskar Shilariya Thakur ki jai. Lense Kaushik Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Swami Gaur Bhakta ki jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shyam Sundar Giri Govardhan ki jai. Rajbhumi Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Navdeep Mayapur Dham ki jai. Ganga Mai ki jai. Ganga Mai ki jai. Bhakti Devi ki jai. Bhakti Devi ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Bundi ki jai. Hari Naam Sankirtan ki jai. Samveta Bhakta ki jai. Gaur Premanandi. Al-Gharishta Assembly. Al-Gharishta Assembly. Al-Gharishta Assembly. Al-Gharishta Assembly. Yes, turn towards me. Let me know if I want to move.
Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Rama Rama.
Rama.
Hare Hare. Thank you again for coming to this weekly satsang, Saturday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And today we have special guest. Many of you know already, but those who don't know, I'd like to introduce him. First of all, on behalf of our Bensalem Cultural Center, I'd like to thank you, Prabhu. Let's all chant 3 times Haribol to show our gratitude. Haribol! 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 Thank you. So, Simhesvara Prabhu, I contacted him last month through Srimad Prabhu, and he gracefully agreed to come on this day. Okay, so thank you very much again, Prabhu. I would like to introduce you quickly to what's going on. Okay. So, Simhesvara Prabhu, he is a second initiated disciple of His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj. You all know Loknath Swami Maharaj, right? Yes. And he serves in various capacities. I would like to list down so many positions. So it takes hardly 2 minutes. Thank you. So he serves devotees as a Sankirtan manager, Bhakti Rucha leader, temple secretary. Keeps going on. So temple secretary, board member and festival coordinator of ISKCON of Central New Jersey, ISKCON CNJ, you know CNJ, right? ISKCON. Also, he conducts multiple Bhakti Vrikshas in South Brunswick and Hillsborough area, hosting Bhagavad Gita classes every evening over Zoom, conducting Bhagvatam classes on every Sunday morning. He started ISKCON in 1997. How many years?
Wow.
26 years. Wonderful, Prabhu. Great. Thank you. At Mumbai in India, and then he moved to US in 1998, associated with Dallas Kalachanji Temple in 1998 to 2001. Then he moved to New Jersey and then started associating with ISKCON of Central New Jersey. Currently he is living in South Brunswick with his family, and he's trying to serve devotees. So he has various phases actually, various heads, various responsibilities. So big time Haribol to him. Loudly, Haribol! Thank you very much. So he'll be taking us into Srimad Bhagavatam. We are into Srimad Bhagavatam series. What words can anyone remember today? What is that?
17.
Quick. 18. So it's 1.1.18. So please open your cell phones. First canto, first chapter, 18th verse. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, dear devotees. First of all, let me offer my humble obeisance to Oct 7th Prabhu and wonderful other devotees. Heard that you started this Bhakti Center here in Bensalem. So nice to hear that devotees are very much enthusiastic to spread the holy name of Supreme Lord, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's. And this is the success of devotion. First of all, let me tell you that this is a success of devotion. It's not that we come up or okay, let me do something like here, like that. It's not that. Rightly, Krishna is right there. Krishna is inciting within the heart and telling to the devotees and continue this wonderful devotion. So that everybody in this world, those who are fortunate, can come and closer to Krishna. So first of all, let me Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So thank Mukta Sangha Prabhu for wonderfully coordinating this Sangha and many other devotees and my dear friend Shabana Prabhuji, and he's so wonderful. And so many wonderful devotees I can see, and you're all here. It's all the mercy of Krishna and nothing else. It's all Krishna is there, Krishna is guiding. That's why, you could go many other places. But here you have the love for Krishna, love for holy name. So you're here and wonderful devotees and from many, many places are coming here and coming together. This is what is exactly happening in the spiritual realm. This is what is exactly happening in the spiritual realm. So it's not that for everybody. Spiritual realm is for only those who are very fortunate souls can go there. So in the board of Sri Radha, Vrindavan Chandra, so you all come here and it pleases Srila Prabhupada, it pleases Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which pleases the Supreme Lord. So any act, even a little step that we take, which pleases Krishna. So thank you so much again for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to serve you all. That's why I took this opportunity that I serve you, and if any way I can help you. So that's why I came, and thank you so much. And thank you all for your wonderful association. And it purifies me, most. Thank you, Hare Krishna. So we'll start with the prayers. Jai Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुना तीर वनचारी यमुना तीर वनचारी यमुना जय राधा माधव जय गुंज बिहारी जय राधा जय गुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुना तीर वनचारी यमुना तीर जय राधा माधव जय गुंज बिहारी Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Vrindavan Chandra Radha Vrindavan Chandra Radhe Radha Vrindavan Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Guru Premaddev. Jai Vishnupada Paramahams Purivajagacharya Stotara Sadachata Srimad अपने चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र सदस्य श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज की रामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की श्री मायापुर नवदीप धाम की श्री वृंदावन धाम की यमुना मई की श्री भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की श्रीमद् भागवतम की श्रीमद् भगवत गीता की हरिनाम संकीर्तन की इस्कॉन बेंसलेम यात्रा की सामवेद भक्त वृंद की all glories to the assembled world, all glories to the assembled world, all glories to the assembled world, all glories to Guru and Gaurav. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Narayanam Namaskrityam. Narayanam Namaskrityam. Naram Chaiva Tarottamam. Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudhiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtikim. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, 18th verse. Everybody has this verse?
Yes.
You can take it. Please repeat after me. Ata kya hi harir dhimman Avatara kada subaha Leela vidanadas Daradas Sriram Soiram Ishwarasyatma Mayaya Adha kya hi harir dhiman Avadara kada subaha Leela vadahada Soiram Ishwarasyatma Mayaya Ada akya hi harir dhiman Avadara kada subaha Leela vidadatha swairam Ishwarasyatma Mayaya. You would like to recite?
Ahatyagi harir dhiman
Adakyagi harir dhiman
Avatara kada subahan
Avatara kada subaha
Leela vidataha swairam
Leela vidataha swairam
Ishwaryatma mayaya
Ishwarasyatma mayaya. Anybody else? Mataji's? Adakyagi harir dhiman Avatara kada subaha Leela vidhada swairam Ishwarasyatma mayaya. So we'll go word by word meaning. Atha, therefore.
Atha, therefore,
Agyahi, describe. Hare, of the Lord. Dhiman, O sagacious one. Avadara, incarnations. Katha, narratives. Subha, auspicious. Leela, adventures. Vidadaha, performed. Swairam, pastimes. Ishwarasya, of the Supreme Controller. Atma, personal. Maya, energies. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation, please repeat after me. O wise Sudha, please narrate to us the transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Godhead, multi-incarnations, such auspicious adventures and pastimes of the Lord, the Supreme Controller, are performed by His internal powers. Purport. For the creation, maintenance and destruction of the material worlds, the Supreme Lord, Personality of Godhead, Himself appears in many thousands of forms of incarnations. And the specific adventures found in those transcendental forms are all auspicious. Both those who are present during such activities and those who hear the transcendental narrations of such activities are benefited. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadadi Sapadandikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yudhara Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajadam Sahagana Raghunadadidam Tam Sajivam Sadhuvidam Savadutam Parijana Sagiram Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalitam Shri Vishakhanidamsya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopishta Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabharosute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpadarupasya Kripa Sindhubheva Cha Padidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Lokunath Sandramane Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Sandramane Namaste Saraswata Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shanyavadi Pachyati Dishitarane Hare Krishna. Thanks again, the devotees. It's a wonderful association of devotees, especially the satsang with Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is considered as Krishna himself. Anybody knows that? In the Srimad Bhagavatam it explains that Srimad Bhagavatam is a complete form of Krishna. Right? You know that. If you look at it as a person, Bhagavatam is a person. Bhagavad Purush. It's mentioned that Bhagavatam, lotus feet of Krishna, the soul of Krishna, the first two cantos are considered as the soul of Krishna. The next two cantos are considered as the lotus feet of Krishna. And which is the lotus face of Krishna? Which canto? Anybody knows? Which canto is the lotus face of Krishna? 10th canto. 10th canto is the lotus face of Krishna. So Krishna is manifested in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. You know where Krishna is mentioned that I am Srimad Bhagavatam? Everybody knows that? Everybody knows that? Krishna mentioned that I will become the Srimad Bhagavatam. Everybody knows that?
The last question.
Yes. So Uddhava asked the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, what would happen to us? And if you leave us, what is the What is the hope for us? So Krishna said to Uddhava that, no worries, I'll be always with you. I will become the Srimad Bhagavatam. So then we know that after 30 years of Krishna's departure, and this is what has happened to the Parishit Maharaj. So it's all, it's the will of the ordinance. It was about to happen, all this. Because of this, the will of Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam is completely the heart of Krishna, the will of Krishna. Just by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, one can attain the Supreme Lord. Especially in this age of Kali. And Krishna, in the last canto, Parishit Maharaj tell to Sukadeva Goswami telling to Parishit Maharaj, says, Kalir doshe nidandhajan, ashti egohi mahan guna, kirtana devaks krishnasya mukta sankam paramrajit. O Rajan, this Kali Yuga is full of fault. Kalir doshe nidandhajan. O Rajan, Kali Yuga is full of fault. Ashti egohi mahan guna, but there is one great quality. What is that great quality? Just by taking the name of Krishna, Kirtana dasyeva Krishnasya. One who chants the holy name, hear the glories of the Krishna, hear the name of Krishna, Kirtana, that's called Kirtan, Sankirtan, chanting and hearing. Kirtana deva Krishnasya. Mukta Sangha Param Brajet. Mukta. What is Mukta means? Murli Krishna. Mukta Sangha Prabhu. Yes. Mukta Sangha, yes. Mukta Sangha Param Brajet. So it's not that just somebody just put these words in the previous literatures of Srimad Bhagavatam. There is a place, there is an abode, there is a realm which is called Param. What is this nature called? This material world is called in Sanskrit? Everybody knows? Apara. Para, opposite of para is called Apara. Right? Apara. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is telling to Arjuna, Bhumi Rapo Nalo Vayu, Kam Mano Buddhi Revacha, Ahangara Vidhiyame, Bhinna Prakriti Kashtadaha. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence and ego. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. Kam Mano Buddhi Revacha, Ahangara Vidhiyame, Bhinna Prakriti. That's my separated energy. That's my separated energy. Then Krishna further says that Apareyam idasto manyam. Krishna says in the next words, Apareyam idasto manyam. That means this is apara prakriti, this is an inferior nature that what we are going through. Apara prakriti. Apareyam idasto manyam. Prakritim vidime param. Beyond this material nature, material world, there is a superior nature. That's called para prakriti. Two nature of Krishna. Para prakriti and apara prakriti. And what are we? What are we? Are we belongs to this material world, or we belongs to this superior nature of that spiritual world? Where are we? What are we then? Yes, we are here, right? We are moving. We are not not moving, but we are moving. So what are we? What is our nature then? It says that Krishna's abode is all spiritual. Then what is our nature? What is our nature?
Marginal.
Yes, we are also belongs to spiritual nature. We are also, that's why Krishna says, Apareyam idasto manyam prakritim vidime param jiva bhuta mahabhago edhayade jagat edharayade jagat. Jiva bhuta mahabhago, that means this jiva bhuta has this superior nature, but by the influence of these senses, mind and intelligence, we are suffering in this world. But what is our nature? Our nature is para prakriti. So that's why Srila Prabhupada says that when this tadastha shakti or marginal potency will come in contact with this inferior nature, that's an incompatible situation. The superior nature come in contact with this material nature, that's an incompatible situation because of we are belongs to the superior nature of the Lord. We are spiritual nature, we are spirit soul. We are eternal entities. Sat Chit Ananda. But when this living entity, that's Paraprakriti, nature of the Paraprakriti belongs to the superior nature, but when it comes in contact with the inferior nature, then we are in an incompatible situation. That's why we are suffering in this world. Everything is suffering in this. That's why Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. Why we are going through every lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Punarabi Jananam, Punarabi Jananam, Punarabi Maranam, Punarabi Janani Jadale Shayanam. Iha Samsaram, Bahususaram, Krupaya Pare Pahi Murari. It says that Punarabi Jananam, Punarabi Maranam. We are going through this repeated cycle of birth and death. Punarabi Jananam, Punarabi Maranam. Right? So this, but Kripaya Pare Pahi Murare. But the Deha Samsaram Bahudusaram. This samsara, this material world is very difficult. Bahudusaram. It's very difficult to overcome. But one way we can overcome is just by Kripaya Pare Pahi Murare. Just take the holy name of Krishna. So like that, when Sukadeva Goswami mentioned to Parishit Maharaj, Ashti Ego ki Mahan Guna Kirtana Deva Krishnasya Mukta Sankam Paramrajes. So we can reach back to Krishna. We can attain our spiritual nature. So that's why here, in especially the Srimad Bhagavatam, we know that the context of it. So we know that the Parishit Maharaj, I'm not getting into that, the wonderful context of Sukadeva Goswami was describing. Parishit Maharaj asked this question to Sukadeva Goswami. What is the ultimate dharma? What a person is supposed to do that he is about to die? This is a question asked Parishit Maharaj to Sukadeva Goswami. And what is the ultimate dharma? Or what a person is supposed to do all the time? What a person is supposed to do? What is the dharma? What is a person supposed to do when he is about to die? That's where Sukadeva Goswami started to speak about the glories of the Supreme Lord. There is no other way, and it could have been, there are so many other devotional practices there, maybe yajna, maybe, just meditate upon things. Sukadeva Goswami didn't say that to Parishit Maharaj, okay, go and do it, because of Kali Yuga is just started. That's why the Kali Yuga, the influence of Kali Yuga just attacked Parishit Maharaj. We know that, right? Parishit Maharaj went into the forest, he was so thirsty, and so that wandering around and sees that Shamik Rishi was just meditating upon. He was so thirsty in such a way that then he asked for water, but no water there, and no answers, no reply. He got very angry. But Parishit Maharaj is the grandson of, right, Arjuna. And he was a pure devotee of the Lord. But all of a sudden, just change the mind. Just change the mind, okay, let me show my power. I'm a king. So this is what it is happening to all of us. We forget. Parishit Maharaj just forget for a minute, for a moment. What about us? We're always forgetting. We're completely in forgetfulness. Right? So we are always in angry, always in anarthas, always in, lust, greed, anger, envy, jealousy, everything that which rules us. And we are under the spell of this all anarthas. So then all the time. So that's why we have to hear this very frequently, very constantly. We have to be very Krishna conscious, and also at the same time we have to be Maya cautious. Right? We have to be Krishna conscious, at the same time we have to be Maya cautious. Right? Every moment it is attacking us, affecting us. So here Parishit Maharaj asked this question to Sukadeva Goswami, what a person is supposed to do? So what Sukadeva Goswami? Kirtana Rasya Krishnasya. Hear the glories of the Lord. And then Parishit Maharaj, just by hearing in 7 days continuously hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, Parishit Maharaj attained the abode of the Supreme Lord. So Brahma saw this. Parishit Maharaj is attaining the Supreme Lord. Brahma wondered, just by hearing this Srimad Bhagavatam, just by 7 days. 7 days hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, Parishit Maharaj attained the abode because of Brahmadev could see that ascended into the airplane, and the servants of the Lord coming directly and taking bags of Parishit Maharaj to the abode of the Golok Vrindavan. Brahmadev asked this question. And then Brahmadev got this answer from Sukadeva Goswami. It is, whoever hears Srimad Bhagavatam attentively could attain the Supreme Lord, no doubt into that. And it is also mentioned that we've just celebrated the Bhadra Purnima on 29th. You know that the 12th canto, 13th chapter, 13th verse, what it says? Anybody knows? One who gives the Srimad Bhagavatam on this Bhadra Purnima day on a golden throne, and donate or gift, distribute, definitely he will attain the Supreme Abode, Supreme Lord, abode of the spiritual realm, Golok Vrindavan. Why? Because of this is Krishna himself. One who is giving that Krishna to another person is attaining Krishna. But Srimad Bhagavatam has, that means he is attained Krishna. It's very important. So like that, Parishit Maharaj explained, Sukadeva Goswami explained, glorified the Supreme Lord, and Sudha Goswami was there in the assembly. Sudha Goswami was there in the assembly, and Sudha Goswami then came back. And that's the time in Naimisharanya. Naimisharanya was a very, very auspicious place. Because of, it was mentioned that whoever does anything in that place, Naimisharanya, that the spiritual potency will increase, and also it will diminish that all the potencies of the demons. So that means one can eradicate all their demoniac purities, even that we read Srimad Bhagavatam. So Naimisharanya has a very significant place. That's why it started there. So then all these thousands of sages were assembled there, and they thought about that what is the remedy, what is the solution for the people generally in this age of Kali. They thought about it, and now they started to do a big yajna. They were planning to continue this yajna for thousands of years. Thousands of years. So that's the time Sudha Goswami just came to their assembly. When Sudha Goswami came in their assembly, everybody stood up. Why everybody stood up? Because of the sages, especially the leading by Shaunaka Rishi, understood that the Sudha Goswami was in the assembly of where the Sukadeva Goswami glorified the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. And just by hearing that, and everybody understood that only by pure devotees, only by those who are the great devotees can hear and have this association of Srimad Bhagavatam or hear about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everybody stood up, and now they just, stopped there again, told and requested to Sudha Goswami. And that's where the Bhagavatam begins. And they asked this question. They asked this question to thee. And what is the essence of all the scriptures? They asked this question. What is the essence of all the scriptures? What is the benefit of the person, those who are in this age of Kali, and what benefits that they can get it? And then they asked this question. Why Krishna appeared in the womb of Mother Devaki? Why Krishna appeared in the womb of Mother Devaki? And what is the objective? What is the goal of all the scriptures that we learn? What is the goal of it? And how we can benefit by hearing the incarnations of the Supreme Lord and the supreme glories of the Supreme Lord. So they raised this question, they asked this question to Shaunaka Rishi. That's where Sudha Goswami started to speak on Srimad Bhagavatam. As he came here, they are asking this question, oh my Sudha, please narrate to us the transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Lord, Supreme Godhead's multi-incarnations. Such auspicious adventures and pastimes of the Lord, the Supreme Control, are performed by His internal powers. So you all came to know that. In this age of Kali, yes, we know that Satya Yuga there was meditation, and in the Treta Yuga there is sacrifices, and Dwapara Yuga there is deity worship. They were very clear that Kali Yuga is approaching. We also know that in Kali Sadhana Upanishad, When Kali Yuga was coming, Naradev went to Brahmadev. Naradev went to Brahmadev and asked, Kali Yuga is coming because of Kali is so powerful. Kali, in everything, the effect of Kali is so powerful in such a way that we cannot, even if we wanted to do something, Kali will not allow us to do it. Kali is influence in everything in this age of Kali. That is, he is dominant, he is powerful. So Naradev went to Brahmadev and asked, what is the solution for this? So what Brahmadev said? Everybody knows what Brahmadev replied to Naradev.
I mean, wherever Srimad Bhagavatam is heard.
Bhagavatam is heard. Asulas says that Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Idi Shodashtakam Namnam Kaligal Vishmasya. Nada Paradurupaya Sarva Vedeshu Krishyade. This is the essence of all the scriptures. Brahmadev also instructed to Naradev that this holy name, the holy name of Krishna, the Padma Purana it is mentioned that there are innumerable names of Lord's incarnations and innumerable names of the Lord. Out of these all innumerable names of the Lord, what is the most supreme name of the Lord? What is the most? So Krishna. Krishna is this Padma Purana is revealing this. And what is the meaning of Krishna? What is the meaning of Krishna? All attractive. No matter what. That's why when you say chant Krishna, Hare Krishna, you immediately attracted to Krishna. I think it must have happened in many of your life. Maybe you may be small, maybe you may be youth, or sometimes, some point of time, this name of Krishna, somebody must have chanted to you. Somebody must have told to you, or somebody must have mentioned to you. So what happened? Immediately we were attracted to that. Yes, we may be worshipping in many other ways. But the moment you heard this name of Krishna, what happened? It goes inside the heart. Krishna will never leave that. It will be there. Some point of in your life, you will come to that very close association with Krishna just by hearing it. Why? Because of Krishna is so attractive. And there are so many examples and pastimes there, devotees are literally attracted to Krishna just by seeing himself. There was one Western devotee who was actually in New York. The devotees were distributing the books. So one devotee came and he's so far away from that. A beautiful boy is standing there. So a beautiful boy is standing there. They had some pictures and all they were there. So this person came and told, who is this person? I said, Krishna. Who is this Krishna? He says, yeah, this is the Supreme Lord Krishna. He said, so beautiful. He's so beautiful. And he took the book and he started to read it and he became a devotee.
Wow.
So this is the effect of just taking the name of Krishna. You know why it is mentioned that? It's mentioned that we were going through so many lifetimes, right? Millions of lifetimes. And it is mentioned that it is millions of lifetimes we accumulated so much sinful reactions, so much sin in our life. Some may be coming, that's called aprarabdha, bhalam, bijam, kodam, so many things, it comes to us. Prarabdha, which is already manifested. We don't know this aprarabdha yet to manifest, we don't know when it is going to come. Some are suffering, some are happy, some are going through so many problems. But just by hearing, just by chanting or just by taking this name of Krishna, what would happen? It's like when you clap your hands, there are so many thousands of birds are there. When you go there and clap the hands, what happens? They all fly away. So like that, all the sins, it will all go away. We know that in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Haridas Thakur was mentioning this to Majumdar, Gopinath Majumdar. Haridas Thakur mentioned that even you don't need to say even fully. He says instead of Hare Krishna, Hari, name of Hari, even if you say, people say haram, right? You heard this? People say haram. Even in that, because of this is a complete potency in the name of, there is no difference between Hara, Hari or Krishna. There is no difference between, that's absolute. Name of Krishna, the pastimes, the form, the Srimad Bhagavatam, there's no difference because of this is complete and absolute. When it is complete and absolute in any case, in any condition, if you take, what happens? It has full potency. As if that you serve Krishna, as if that you personally serve Krishna. So in the Thakur said that you don't even need to say the complete syllable of this Krishna, even say Hari, Krishna. That's it. Then what happens? Krishna will add to the rest. If you have that intention, suppose you don't know, right? If you have that intention, if you wanted to say Krishna but you are not able to pronounce, then Krishna will add to Krishna, the Krishna. Then he will make sure that this devotee at least completing this and complete that, getting that association of Krishna. We know that the story of Valmiki. How many of you know the story of Valmiki, how he became Valmiki? So many of you know that. What did Valmiki did? Mara. Right? So what is Mara? Mara means tree. Right? Mara. Or he also knows that Mara means Marana or kill. Two things. Mara means tree or Mara means to kill. That's all he knows. But by the infusion, by the potency of Narada Dev, so this is what is also important. The devotees and spiritual master tell to something and when you follow strictly, then what happens? There is so much of potency in it. So then we can purify. So, Valmiki, Ratnakar, his name was Ratnakar. Ratnakar then what did? Just sit in between and told, okay, look at this Mara, look at this tree, and then, look at that Mara. So what happened? Mara became Ram. So Ram, Krishna, these are the beautiful names of Krishna. It says there in the Vishnu Sahasranam, Esyas Marana Matrena Janma Samsara Bandhana Vimuchyade Namastasmai Vishnave Prabha Vishnave. Esyas Marana Matrena Janma Samsara Bandhana. Just by remembering Esyas Marana Matrena Janma Samsara Bandhana Namaste Vimuchyade Namastasmai Vishnave Prabha Vishnave. What is the meaning of Vishnu? Anybody knows? What is the meaning of Vishnu? Omnipresent. Many meanings we can take, but in the primary meanings of Vishnu is one who is the cause of the creation. Vishnu, one who is the cause of the creation, and then he enters into that cause of the creation. That's called Vishnu. That means Vishnu is everywhere. That's why demons are very much afraid of. They don't take this name of Vishnu because of he is everywhere. He is there. He enters into that. He is there everywhere. He is Vishnu. Everywhere he is Vishnu. So like that, when Sudha Goswami, they asked this question to Sudha Goswami. What is the solution? Please explain to us that glories, that the name of Krishna, the pastimes of Krishna and multiple incarnations of Krishna, so that we can be benefited. We can purify, our life's existence will be successful. Otherwise there is no other solution in this age of Kali. Harirnama iva kevalam kalau nasteva. There is no other way. There is no other way. So just by hearing the pastimes, the glories of the Supreme Lord, one can liberate, one can at least come out from our very suffering and distressful conditions of our life. Dear devotees, we are going through this life after life. We may not realize. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a third canto. There is a chapter called the 29 is called the movements of the living entity. That movements of the living entity, Kapila Dev is explaining so nicely to Mother Devagudi how the soul is coming into existence. And this is actually that nowhere the science couldn't even explain this elaborately, very detailed, that how a soul is coming and how the 9 months of this pregnancy goes and delivers and comes into this being, come to this life, and how this goes through these various hellish planets and the heavenly planets and the journey of the soul. It's very well established, very well explaining in this, Kapila Dev is Krishna himself incarnated. So there are so many incarnations like that who appeared in this world. Why Lord is appearing into this world? Two reasons, right? Many of you know that. What are the two reasons?
To establish Dharma.
Dharma, yes, paritranaya sadhunam, right? Then anything?
Destroy
To destroy to annihilate the miscreants, and then to save the pious. So out of all this, what is the primary reason for Krishna to come? To protect the devotees. So one time, Akbar asked this question to Birbal. Why your Lord is appearing every time? He is omnipotent, he is omnipresent, he is very powerful. Why he is coming directly? He can do, he can tell to anyone to, or he can, just by blinking his eyes, he can create this world. From his lotus navel, the entire universe is coming. Just by his glance, this entire world is become enlivened. And just by his thought of the Supreme Lord, and his entire world is annihilated. But then why Krishna is coming? Why Lord is coming? Why he has to take all this risk? So then Birbal didn't say anything in reply, and he didn't reply to anything. And he said, I will tell you this on due course of time. So one day, Birbal made a plan. Birbal took Akbar to cross a river, and Birbal told to Akbar that, let's go for a picnic. Invite all of your family, your daughters, children, everybody together, let's go for a picnic. Akbar agreed that, it's been quite some time, let's go. So then they were all boarded on a boat, and Birbal made a plan, and there were soldiers, there were servants, caretakers, so they were all on the boat. And when the boat reached at the mid of the river, what Birbal did, Birbal made a plan that Birbal made a doll exactly like the Akbar's daughter. He put this doll in the water and then told to Akbar, your daughter fall down into the water. So then Akbar immediately jumped down into the water. He realized that he saw that this is nothing but a doll. Birbal, what did you do? Why did you do this? So Birbal then reminded Akbar, you asked me this question. Why the Lord is coming? Why Lord is coming down on this earth? Why Lord is taking this risk? So Birbal asked this question to Akbar. Akbar, you have many of your personal servants with you, many soldiers. But when I said your daughter fall down into the water, you didn't even say to anyone that, okay, you just go and take care of my daughter and save my daughter. But rather, you just jump down into the water. Why? Because you have such a love for your daughter. So similarly, Lord has such a love for his devotees. The devotees, that's the perfection of our love in our life. That's the goal of Srimad Bhagavatam. What is the goal of Srimad Bhagavatam? Ultimate benefit of Srimad Bhagavatam. What is the ultimate goal of Srimad Bhagavatam? To develop love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srimad Bhagavatam is entirely, is giving us this pure devotion. What is this pure devotion? That pure loving devotion for the Lord, love for the Lord. That's the goal of the Srimad Bhagavatam, as mentioning in the beginning. So when we hear all these things, when we hear the wonderful various incarnations of the Supreme Lord, there are how many incarnations are there? There are how many types of incarnations are there for the Supreme Lord? Anybody knows?
6.
6 kind of. Anybody say? What are those? Anybody knows? Yuga Avtar, praise. Guna Avtar, Leela Avtar, Manvantara Avtar, Purusha Avtar, and Shakti Avesha Avtar. So you know that. What are these different incarnations? How many incarnations are there?
They will call Dasavat unlimited.
Yes, that's the primary Leela Avtar is considered primarily. In Bhagavatam, how many incarnations explained? 22. How many incarnations are there generally? Innumerable. Innumerable incarnations are there for the Supreme Lord. It is mentioned that you can count the sands on the shore of an ocean. You can count the sands, but you cannot count the incarnations and appearances of the Lord. You cannot count. That much incarnations are there. And we know that. This, when Krishna comes in this, appears in this world, when Krishna comes, one day of Brahma. The original Krishna appears, one day of Brahma, that's it. One day of Brahma, how many? One day of Brahma is considered how much? What is the time frame for the one day of Brahma accordingly? The calculation of this earthly planet?
So many years. 311 trillion years.
That is 100 years of Brahma. One day of Brahma. 1000 yuga cycle. 1000 yuga cycle, that means, yuga cycle means Shadra Yuga, Satya Treta Dwapara Kali. Satya Treta Dwapara Kali, that's yuga cycle, right? 4.64. So like that, day, night time, that's also there. So like that, total one day of Brahma is 8.64 billion years. In that 8.64 billion years, there are how many? 1000 yuga cycle, that means 4000 yugas. 4000 yugas, there are innumerable various incarnations. But Krishna, the Supreme Lord, comes only one day of Brahma. One day of Brahma, that is once in a one day of Brahma, that's what is the Supreme Lord comes. So like that, there are innumerable, like that, in the 100 years of Brahma, Brahma also lives 100 years. That 100 years of Brahma, there is innumerable incarnations comes, and this 100 years of Brahma is 311 trillion 40 billion years. Can you imagine? And that is just a half breath of the Supreme Lord Mahavishnu. This 311 trillion and 40 billion is just a half breath of Mahavishnu. It's amazing, isn't it? We cannot perceive, we cannot go and perceive all these things. But what we can understand, dear devotees, that the Supreme Lord manifests to, especially primarily to come and pleases his devotees. When the devotees are surrendered to Krishna, and devotees are offered loving devotion to Krishna, Lord comes in the form of deity. Right? Lord comes in the form of deity. That's why Lord manifesting in the form of Archa Vigraha. Lord comes in the form of deity to receive that service, and we know that there are so many wonderful deities, they reciprocate to such devotees. Do you know any pastimes like that? Deities are reciprocate. The Gopalji just told, when just Madhavendra Puri just thought about it, that if I know the ingredients of this kheer, so I can prepare such a beautiful, such a tasty, it was smelling nicely and tasty, very fragrant kheer for my Gopalji. So what happened on that day, that night? Kheer chor, that means kheer chor. Chor means thief. Kheer means paisam, or we call it as the kheer. The Lord just told that there was earthen pot was there, and usually what happens, the Pujari once offers, then Pujari takes and that's usually happens to Mahaprasada. So when Pujari, instead of giving to Pujari the Gopalji, the deity, and then took one of the pot and kept it before the cutter. And then the Gopalji, the Supreme Lord, then told to Pujari, mentioned that my devotee Madhavendra Puri is here and give this to him. So that by the time when Artan closes 9:30, that time, usually the devotees they go, early to the bed and get up early. So when Gopalji mentioned to this Pujari and give this to the Madhavendra Puri, and Pujari came out to the marketplace, and those times you may be under a tree sleeping there. Is there anybody called Madhavendra Puri? Pujari was calling. Is there anybody called Madhavendra Puri? So then what happened? So all of a sudden he heard this name, Madhavendra Puri is calling me. So then what? I am the humble servant. What is the matter? So Pujari said, Gopalji, the Lord said that to give Hado this pot of Madhavendra. I just thought of it. I didn't ask for it. But I just thought of it so that I can prepare the similar kheer for the Lord. So immediately Madhavendra Puri, then news spread out, and immediately Madhavendra Puri left that place. Because of Madhavendra Puri doesn't want to have this kind of glorification. This is the symptom of pure devotees. They do wonderful service, very personally to the Lord. They won't show up anything outside. Oh, I'm so great devotees. But rather they surrender. They completely serve because of our motto. That's what is exactly showing Srimad Bhagavatam. The essence of Srimad Bhagavatam is nothing but to develop this pure love for Krishna, not that love for ourselves, our name, fame, all these things. And Bhagavad explains the devotion mode of goodness, ignorance, passion, so many things. Explains, but it reveals that this is all, there is a motive that we have. But when we have this anyabhilashi shinyam, when there is a devoid of all these sensual selfish desires, and when we completely serve the Lord, then Lord will directly come to directly reciprocate each and every one of us. Because of we are belongs to that superior, we are belongs to Krishna. We are belongs to our, which is our family? Anybody say what is our Gotra? Achyuta Gotra. Our Gotra is Achyuta. We are belongs to Krishna. Why it is mentioned that we are belongs to Achyuta? When the devotee is initiated and Srila asks Srila Prabhupada, usually when there is a ceremony, fire sacrifice ceremony, what he says that? The ask of the Gotra. Right? What is the Gotra? Says Achyuta Gotra. Why? Because we are belongs to Krishna. Our family is Krishna. Our family is devotee family. One Kudumba. International Srila Prabhupada put International Society for Krishna Consciousness. One family. So we are all belongs to each other. We are all one family. We belongs to Krishna. We are Krishna's family. So all we need to do is having this. Now understand this, I am part of Krishna. I am belongs to Krishna. Not that so much into this material world. That's why it's, this assembled sages assembled in Naimisharanya requesting to Sudha Goswami, please explain so that we can purify, and this will be also beneficial for all the people in general. Which is very important in devotees. There are so many things to speak. There is a Bhagavad Mahatmya, it is mentioned that so beautifully just by even hearing Srimad Bhagavatam every day. What it says that? Nashta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavadasya. Srunodam sukada Krishna punyasravana kirtana. Hridayendohi abhadrani vidunodi sudursada. Abhadrani, it's all eradicates, it's all cleans. So that's our purpose of this life, to understand our existence, our constitutional position, where we are covered by all these impurities. Chedodarpana Mahaprabhu explains that. We are covered by all these impurities. Every day, so many anarthas that we are going through. And this is the only way that we can come out of it and purify ourselves and come to our original Krishna consciousness. He says that Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kabunai Sravanadi Sutta Chitte Karahodai. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema. Krishna Prema, the love for the Supreme Lord, will manifest when that Krishna Prema Sravanadi Sutta Chitte. When it hears the glories of Srimad, the glories of the Supreme Lord, and chants Shravanam and Kirtanam. That's why Govinda Das says, Govinda Das. What is the Govinda Das Abhilash? Shravana Kirtana, Smarana Vandana, Pada Sevana Rasire. Shravana Kirtana. Edhana Yavana Putra Parijana Ideki Achi Paradide. Edhana Yavana Putra Parijana. Everything that we have is just a matter of flickering, like just a water filter on the lily. It's just tilting and it's any time it can go. That's why our life is considered as Budbuddha. Budbuddha means what? The bubble in the water, that's all we have compared to the lifespan of demigods or Brahma. Just a Budbuddha, just little. What happens? It comes and goes, and we don't know where we are going and what we are. But we have this life we have. As always says that yesterday is a cancelled check. There is no use of we think about so much about yesterday. Tomorrow is a promissory note. Right? No value. We don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. It's a promissory note. But today that we have is considered as a ready cash. Right? This says it's a ready cash. It's right there. We have this life, this human form of life. Right now we have it. All we need to utilize it properly. Right? Utilize this properly and engage in the loving devotional service, associate with the devotees and service. And this is all Krishna's arrangement. Otherwise it's not possible. It won't happen. This satsang, especially the service of Krishna, the getting into that service of Krishna, It is mentioned that scripture, one has to go through thousands of lifetimes in the past. They were worshipping the Vishnu or other forms of the pious credits. One who has the pious credits in their life, that's why they can come to serve Krishna directly. One who has serving Krishna directly means in the form of holy name, that's Krishna's form. One time devotees asked Srila Prabhupada, right? Srila Prabhupada asked, who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Somebody said, okay, this is Krishna's incarnation. Srila Prabhupada said, you don't know. Krishna himself. Holy name is Krishna himself. Bhagavatam is Krishna himself. The devotees, this is manifested, especially in the age of Kali, for our benefit. For our benefit. All we need to do is just little bit of consciousness. We say that. Be Krishna conscious, at least someday, sometime, daily, read the Srimad Bhagavatam. Daily, read Srimad Bhagavatam, at least couple of verses every day. And don't forget, chant the holy name, dear devotees. All the impurities, it can take us to that real love for Krishna. It takes, Krishna will directly come to us. Take this word. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not just simply sent this word in this age of Kali, chant the holy name. Because of one, Sri Krishna says that I am invested in all my energy in this holy name. Namna Makari Nija Sarva Shakti Tatrapida Niyamida Smaranenaka. I am invested all my energy in this form of, in the name of holy name of Krishna. So all we need to do is actually take up this holy name, then chant the holy name. At least I'm sure that many of you or most of you chanting the holy name every day, right? To chant the holy name without faith, at least one round, at least two rounds, whatever the capacity you can, very attentively and hear and chant this holy name. Krishna, you can see that Krishna is in your heart. With that mood, go and worship Krishna, whatever the capacity you have, you can see the smile of the Krishna's face on the, the smile on the face of Krishna. You can see that all these wonderful things happening in your life. You'll be free from all these egos and calamities and impurities. And now you'll be, that's why we can see that many devotees, they may be, their past life, maybe 2 years back, 5 years back, their condition may be so different. Now after 2 years or 1 year, you're a completely different person. We know that initially, that when Srila Prabhupada came and they were initially those who had joined with Srila Prabhupada, they were all drug addicts, hippies, happies, whatever else, whatever. But think about that after 1 year, 2 years, they all become sannyasis. So powerful, and we can see that the purity which comes from. So purity is the force. Srila Prabhupada says, purity is the force. So when we have that, then once we have that purity, then everything follows. Like a goat, right? A cow, when it goes, all the other cows follows. Like that. When we have this holy name in our heart, this is the two things that you should do always that. In our lifetime. We have to be strong bond with these two things. Right? One is holy name. No matter what, wherever. We have a devotee in our temple, and this Mataji was worshipping Radha Madan Mohanji. And then she was always talking about, when she was always thinking about, let me offer something to Radha Madan Mohan, I didn't cook for Radha Madan Mohan. When he comes up, let me offer this. Always thinking about Radha Madan Mohan. So she had to go through a surgery. So admitted in the hospital. So then she was always having this conscience of Radha Madan Mohan. So she got an anesthesia and she became about to come back. And she had little able to speak. So doctor said that she was speaking something in the middle. She was speaking something. And we don't know what is that. She said Madan Mohan, Radha. She was speaking like this, Radha, Madan Mohan, something like that. Doctor was no idea what she was speaking. So her husband was there. And doctor told her husband, she was speaking like this, Radha, Madan Mohan. And then he understood that she was speaking about her deity named Radha Madan Mohan. It's because she was so obsessed with the deity. So like that, we have to have obsessed with our holy name. We have to have every day, and we have to obsess. And you should not sleep without chanting your holy name every day. Okay, it's very, very important. And it has such a potency. And it gives everything else in the world. Everything that is, holy name itself is Nama Purish. Holy name itself is there and dance with you and be with you. Always that if you have faith in the holy name. When you take the shelter of holy name, the holy name, and what is that holy name? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Take this holy name every day. Whenever you get time, when you go drive bus or whatever car, or when you just have some time, just chant. Even you have some situation you cannot chant, only chant mind. Sometimes you may be getting up in the morning and you are still lying down in the bed. You are not, ready to get up because of you have some layover. Chant in the mind. When you sleep, just don't bring so much things in the mind. Right? We are always worried about so many things what is happening in this world. We don't even think about ourselves, but 24 out of 24 hours, 23 and a half hours, we are thinking about somebody else. What is happening in this world. Isn't it true? And we are worried about what we don't have. We have so much time wasting. This is what is, life is very simple. But what we do, we make it so complicated. And we entangled with it. And then we don't have the time to think anything other than all these things, all this complexity. Life is very simple. So if you take it simple this way, every day chant the holy name, avoid all these unwanted thoughts which comes to our mind. Just bring Krishna in our heart and thoughts and tongue chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna. Take up that. The devotees, that's a perfection. That's why we are here. Today we are here at chanting and we are having the association. That's why Krishna is coming, because of Krishna has so much love for us. So Krishna comes to us. So holy name, Krishna comes to us. Now we are saying, Krishna, don't come. Don't come. Don't come. But Krishna is ready to come. Krishna says, take me. But we say, no, you don't need to come. Krishna says, take me. This is happening. So we have to be a little careful. That's why it is be Krishna conscious. At the same time, only way that we can keep away the Maya is that only by Krishna. So Krishna says that, in the scripture says that, right? Krishna is Surya Saman. Maya hi andhakar. Jaham Krishna vaha Maya hi nahi adhikar. Wherever Krishna is there is no Maya, there is no other illusion. So all our problem, because of all our problem of this life is just we are away from Krishna. That's all our problem. All our problem is we are away from Krishna, that's why. But the moment we are with Krishna, then all these impurities, all the anarthas, everything goes away. We can situate and we can see ourselves. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, just cleanse your heart. It's a mirror of the heart. It's completely covered with the dust. Completely covered with the dust. When it's completely covered with the dust, if you go in front of the mirror, can you see yourself? But we see everybody else. We don't see ourselves. That's our problem. We see everybody else. Oh, this person is like that, this person did to me, that one, this word, that one. And this is going so much. This is our so much distress and impure condition, contaminated condition of our life. The moment we clean that heart of the mirror, what happens? We can see ourselves, we are, what we are, why we are, all these things. Then we can clearly see Krishna through that. So this is what is the devotees Bhagavad explains. All this explains. I think I'm a little over time. So thank you so much. Please take up this. First, mainly, take up the holy name, Sravanam, and then Kirtanam, and Srimad Bhagavatam. Hear the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam every day. So it goes just by these two, especially in this subject. This is the foremost of all, Sravanam and Kirtanam. Sravanam is the foremost of, right? Sravanam, as is there. Unless we hear, we cannot, situate in pure Krishna consciousness. This is the science of the Supreme Lord Srimad Bhagavatam. Just hear, wherever, that's why satsang is very important. Just hear. When you chant, that's also here, that's also glories, right? As Krishna says that Janma Karma Chame Divya Evam Yovedi Tattudaha Tektva Deham Punar Janma Naidima Medi Socha. My transcendental appearance and activities are divine. One who knows this, upon leaving the body, never comes back into this material world. Anybody would like to come back into this world again and again? No, right? Yes. Nobody wants to come back. Because we don't know what is going to happen in this lifetime. We may be scrolling on the ground, under a tree maybe. But now, by the mercy of the Lord, we have at least something that we have opened. Think about it, devotees, and this is what is the most fortunate in this world. Nitya Krishna's Krishna Prema Sadhika Varana. This is Sadhu Sangha Sarvaj. Brahmanda Brahmadekwan Bhagyavan Jeev. Guru Krishna Prasade by Bhakti Dadabij. Who is this the most Brahmanda Bhagyavan? Now the Bhagyavan, the most fortunate? Brahmanda Brahmadekwan Bhagyavan Jeev. Guru Krishna Prasade by Bhakti. One who has this devotion, he is the most fortunate because that's the only thing that which can elevate us, which can liberate us from these clutches of Janma Mrityu. This is called Bhava Sagara. This material world is known as Bhava Sagara, and what we are going through with Bhava Rog. Bhava means this material nature. We are going through with all this Rog. Rog means we are all sick of all this. And every day, and now I don't think anybody is there in the world, they are say, I'm completely happy. Cannot say, because it's just a temporary, flickering happiness, and we are all going through the dualities of this nature. Sometimes happiness, sometimes distress, sometimes, so many contaminants. So, this is the only solution. Bhagavatam, Acharya, scriptures, and Krishna himself reveals that this is the only solution in this world that to come to take ourselves out from this, this bhavasagar, this material ocean. Okay, take up this holy name every day, and at least some extent, chant and remember and read and hear and associate with the devotees. Satsang. And always, and what happens, it cleans our heart. We can see that, how wonderfully that, our consciousness, and we will be so peaceful and happy, blissful in Krishna consciousness. So it takes us to the Krishna. That's what is Krishna's ultimate, the Bhagavatam explains. Okay, that's the essence of Bhagavatam, to develop the love for Krishna. That's what we need to develop in our life by this Krishna consciousness. And thanks again. With this note, I would end here. Thank you, dear devotees, and thank you so much, Simhesvara Prabhu, allowing me to come here, meeting and be with all of you and serve you in some way or other. And if I spoke or misspoke anything, that's purely my fault, and it's just for my purification. So thank you so much. Kaviraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande.
Hari any question? I will give you the mic, other mic.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So thank you very much, Prabhu, for a wonderful session, excellent. Actually, there are so many points to be taken home today. Any one point?
Chant every day.
Chanting the holy names.
Chanting the holy name. Wonderful. Another point. Quick. Hearing. Shravanam.
And read Bhagavatam.
Read Bhagavatam. Wonderful. So those are saying that they have to follow. Yes? Developing love for Krishna. Any more?
No need to scroll under
That's the
the
only
tree.
priority.
That's the only priority. Wonderful. Then?
No need to scroll under the tree next time.
Yes. No need to take birth. Very nice. Thank you, Prabhu. A big round of applause again. We have a short question and answer. So is it okay?
Absolutely, yes.
They have to use this mic.
Hare Krishna.
Anybody?
Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for your wonderful class.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So I'm taking from this class where you said like we have to be Krishna conscious and Maya conscious. That is what I like it so much. And I wanted to ask Prabhu one question. Like you said, like we have to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra attentively. And also you mentioned like some people are saying like what was it? Haram, right? the word.
Yes.
Like also they are saying the haram and they don't even know what are they saying, but they're also gonna get benefited.
Yes.
Yeah, so how is it work? Like we have to chant attentively.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're not even attentively saying, they don't even know, but how they're gonna be benefited.
Yes. So as we all say that the spiritual is a journey of our life. So one who reaches to the pure devotion, that means he developed such a love for Krishna. This is the ultimate stage. That's why we have this sadhana or Kanishta Adhikari, Madhyama Adhikari, Uttama Adhikari. Yes, we can all develop. So as we say that even just by inattentive chanting, even just by saying Krishna, it has benefit. That's where our journey begins into the Krishna consciousness. It's called Agyada Sukriti. You heard about that? Agyada Sukriti. Unknowingly we develop and derive benefits even just by chanting the name. It says that scriptures, even by knowingly or even by unknowingly, even in the dream, even for somebody else. When somebody else chanted, we just hear it. Or we went just pass through the front of the temple, or we hear it, that sound or the holy name. It's all benefit because of name of Krishna is completely powerful and pure, and he is complete. So this way it goes into our ears and get into the heart, and it stays there. It creates an eternal relationship. Is right there. That's where the living entity started to come into this life as a human. They get an opportunity so that it's there. That's why this love for Krishna is dormant in our heart. The moment it sprouts, it hears, it sprouts and grows and grows and grows and grows. So lies that. In that context, that even if somebody hears somebody say Haram, that means the name of Hari is there. So their journey back to Godhead is started there. So this is what it is meant by Sri Haridas Thakur. So yes, even there was a question raised, the same question the Majumdar asked. Yes, what is this? Scripture says that, just by hearing, just by chanting this name, one can go back to Godhead. No, there should be lots of, one should go through this lifetimes and so much of lifetime to spend for all these sacrifices, yajna and dedicate. And everybody was questioning it. And especially this Majumdar, he was blaspheming the Haridas Thakur. And everybody was so much upset with it. So Haridas Thakur said, this is, I just mentioned, I just repeated what is scripture revealed. The later heard, and then this Majumdar became so angry and said, if it is not true, I'll cut your nose. And everybody was chastising this Majumdar. Then Haridas Thakur went away, and then Haridas Thakur was coming back after a month. So by this time, this Majumdar contracted with the leprosy. And he contracted with the leprosy, and then all of a sudden he very much severely affected. His nose fell down due to the leprosy. So this proves that, and even there is proves that even hearing and just unknowingly or knowingly, some way or other we have contact, we have some connection, or some way or other we have this opportunity. That's why Sankirtan devotees, they said, okay, go out and chant holy name. Because of there are trees, there are so many other living entities. Even Haridas Thakur, out of 192 rounds, Haridas Thakur chants 64 rounds loudly. Why? Because of all the other living entities can hear it. That's why Srimad Bhagavatam should recite this loudly so that all the souls can benefit. And even the time of death, a person departed from his body, and he is around that, around 12 hours, 13 hours, he is around that body. So that's why it's mentioned that, okay, read Srimad Bhagavatam or chant holy name so that the souls can hear it, so they get benefit and they can liberate. So some way or other, even then think about the benefit of one who is living and conscious of it. And then think about that, unknowingly it has such a benefit, and then consciously, and one who gets this, how much benefits it can give. Right? So then what happens? Purify. That's why many times, suppose, out of this 7.5 billion people around the world, how many have at least to say this name correctly? Not many. I went for this one puja. And then the family, there was a child. So I said, just chant this, Achaman, chant this mantra, Om Namo Narayanaya. So maybe like he was studying in 7th or 8th, 9th grade or something. So I told 15 times, chant this mantra or chant this mantra, Om Namo Narayanaya. He cannot pronounce, he couldn't pronounce. But on the other hand, No, Bhaktivedanta, one of the family, and they had a child, 4.5 years, that's it. He completely by hearted the entire Bhagavad Gita, 700 verses. 4.5 years. So this is the difference. So there is a level of, yes, there is a beginning stage, one who starts this journey, and one who reaches to that level of the pure bhakti, the pure devotion. So attentive chanting will take us to that pure love, pure devotion to Krishna. But on the other hand, inattentive chanting, and this all these names that which we hear are inattentive, and that's why there is 3 stages of chanting the holy name. One is called Namabhas and Namabharat, and then pure chanting. Right? These are all called Namabhas. Namabha means offensive chanting. Even when you chant the holy name offensively, but there is a benefit too. So they derive this, eventually they get a connection. They get eventually related and they come into that pure devotion eventually and gradually. But as it says that, so Bhagavad Gita Krishna says, Neha Vikrama Nasusti Pratyavayo Navidyade Swalpam Abhyasya Dharmasya Trayado Mahado Bhaya. Even if little bit, then what is that? One will be saved from the most dangerous thing in this world. What is the most dangerous things happen to a person? What are the most dangerous things happen to a person? Death. Death. Right? But the most dangerous person can happen to a person. What is death means actually? What is death means? Yes, leaving the body, but actually Marana, that's a Sanskrit word, Marana means that we are actually again falling down into the hellish planets. That's why he says that all the Sradha ceremonies doing, a person should not get into a ghost body or gobbler's body or settled body, and just they wander around, they go to the hellish planets. But on the other hand, even at least once, when you chanted this holy name and have this consciousness of Krishna, have some little salpam abhyasya dharmasya, little practice, then he will not go through any of these things. He will get Sadgati. Sadgati means he will ascend towards the Krishna, to the spiritual world. That's eventually he get a good birth. He get a birth next time in the family of a devotee. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, right? Which chapter it is mentioning? 2nd chapter. It's mentioned that when he gets this birth, next life to my devotee's family or rich family or aristocratic family. So he will not go through this suffering, and then what happens? He can start from there. Suppose like in this material world, if he just failed in the 9th standard, okay? So then what happens? Then you have to rewrite the exam again like that. So devotional service is like that. If you die or passed away in this, at some level of that Krishna consciousness. So what the life we are getting on the next lifetime? That's 10th standard onwards. We don't want to go to kindergarten. We don't want to go to the kindergarten again. But that's why this 4.5 years old child can repeat and recite the entire Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Why? He was in the past lifetime, he has that consciousness. That's why many kids in our Krishna consciousness, they speak, when at the age of 10. At the age of other small age, they can speak. They have such a consciousness. And when we know that when Sukadeva Goswami started to speak Srimad Bhagavatam, 16 years old. When Dhruva Maharaj, what time the age? Prahlad Maharaj, what can become? 5. Prahlad Maharaj, in the womb, the mother's womb, Prahlad Maharaj became perfect. What time the age Dhruva Maharaj became perfect? 5. At the age of 5. Right? What time the Ambarish Maharaj became perfect? Ambarish Maharaj became perfect at what age? At the age of youth. At the age of youth. Okay? What time Ajamala became perfect? 88. At the deathbed. Right? Even any age, any stage, one can become perfect by taking this. Right? So this helps a lot. And this is the science that which Bhagavatam is science, is transcendental science. And it gives all this. There is no text, or this is the essence of entire Veda of this Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, did I answer the question?
Yes, Prabhu, thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Dandavad Pranams. Prabhuji, I have 2 questions.
Sure.
I'll just ask the first one. The first one is, Prabhuji, please, Agyat Sukruti sort of a destiny, or is it should it be considered as Krishna's mercy? Because that person is definitely not into Krishna consciousness.
Yes.
Who is, because it's Agyat Sukruti. He doesn't know that
He
he's
doesn't
doing
know.
that Sukruti.
Yes, yes.
So is Krishna doing mercy to that person?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, then it's not his destiny or his own endeavor that you gather Agyat Sukruti.
It's Krishna's mercy. That's why somewhere in his lifetime, somewhere or other, see that's everybody is a journey. As mentioned that we are all Tadasthik, we are part of Krishna, belongs to the spiritual nature. So Krishna understands, Krishna only knows about, we cannot even understand ourselves completely. Can anybody know yourself completely? What is going to happen tomorrow? What is happening? What will happen? What is ours? Everything, right? But Krishna is seated in our heart. Krishna says that Sarvosya Tyaham Pradisani Vishnu Madagas Mudut Dhyanam Apopanamcha Vedeshta Sarvam Mahame Udetu Vedam Vedati Devachaho. I am seated in everyone's heart. From me comes remembrance, from me comes knowledge, and from me also comes forgetfulness. See that? Is all one way is arrangement of Krishna. So everything is one way or other arrangement of Krishna, but when we have this desire, strong desire to materially load it over this material nature, then we have been placed accordingly. So when we have this free will, that's all we have.
Yeah.
We have this freedom of choice, free will, and we misuse it. And when we think about ourselves and our own, benefit and selfish enjoyment, and we place accordingly in different conditions and stages. So then Krishna sees this, the sincerity, sometimes pious, some pious credits, some pious activities, sincerity, some truthfulness, some good things. So Krishna says this is a good candidate for, to come to me. Thus he should get some opportunity.
So Prabhuji, sometimes those people are really kind of evil. We have, heard so many such stories that person was going with an intention to steal,
Yes.
or that person had very ulterior motives,
Yes.
and even then they get the mercy.
Mercy, yes.
That is something very...
That is just a simple thing on this material world. Think about the story of Pudana. Pudana came to kill Krishna. What Krishna gave to Pudana?
But Prabhuji, at least that's what they say, that even though she had poison on her breast, but she at least served Krishna, even though it was with
With the intention to kill Krishna.
Yeah.
With the intention to kill Krishna. But what Krishna did, Krishna took only that, the service that which Krishna take only that. Krishna doesn't, Krishna is pure, complete. Nothing can contaminate Krishna. That's why Krishna is Achyuta. What's the meaning of Achyuta? Never fall down, infallible, infallible. Krishna, even knowingly or favorably or unfavorably, if anybody does service to Krishna, Krishna looks only that. What? That's Krishna takes only that. Whatever service that they do. Kamsa got Sarupya Mukti in the same abode, same as Krishna, same as Lord Vishnu. Always ready, every time Kamsa was making a plan to kill Krishna. Krishna served, Krishna was by because of Kamsa was thinking. So unknowingly or knowingly, favorably or unfavorably, in any way that one who thinks or talk, remember Krishna takes that only, yes, Krishna, that person is eligible for or candidate for to come back to me. That's what it is. Yes.
Prabhuji, one more question.
Yes.
Prabhuji,
It's okay, if it's okay, Prabhu.
Yes.
it's okay. Last question.
Okay, please.
Prabhuji, there are so many evil spirits also around us,
Yes.
knowingly or unknowingly.
Yes.
So when we chant the holy name,
Yes.
they might be getting benefited.
Yes. Of
So
course.
do you think their sins might be, getting lesser and lesser, and they might be getting liberated from that ghostly
Yes.
state of existence?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
So we had many examples and we had many stories like that. The one family invited the devotees and they mentioned that in their home there is certain signs of this, some signs coming, and they feel sometimes they hear some sounds and they feel that there is some presence of the spirit somewhere there, and many times we experience and we all see that. So then they invited devotees, can you come? And so they went there and they started to chant the holy name. And after that they said, now we are not hearing this anymore. Right? So there are so many. See, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, there was a ghost who was on the tree. Bhaktivinoda Thakur went and started to recite Srimad Bhagavatam. This ghost was so powerful and it was giving a lot of troubles to the people around. What did Bhaktivinoda Thakur? Just started reading Srimad. So finally, then this tree entirely broken apart. And it's mentioned that it's God liberated. It says that one who chances holy name, he gets liberation. We know that in the Bhagavad Mahatmya, the Dunduli, Dundukari got liberation. You know that the story of Dundukari? Dundukari? Dundukari and Dunduli, I mean, I'm not going into this. It's a wonderful pastime, wonderful story of it, Dundukari. Dundukari was so much sinful. And he was stealing and robbing and killing people, and then one day he had 5 wives. 5 wives Dundukari had. And these 5 wives killed him because of they wanted to, like one day they robbed some kingly, person. They are afraid of that, the kings and soldiers will come and take us. So from that, these 5 wives, they killed him and torn apart and put it somewhere down there. He became a ghost around. And then Gokarna, his brother, stepbrother, twin brother, Gokarna came and he felt all these things and he understood because he was a very yogi, he was a very pure. But understand that this Dundukari, his stepbrother, became a ghost now. What he did, and he went around and all this Radha, but he couldn't relieve because he seen that so much powerful. Then finally by the Kumaras, by the instructions of 4 Kumaras, Sanatana, Sanatana, the instruction of, then they did arrange this Srimad Bhagavatam recitation. So then also Dundukari came and sat on a bamboo. There was 7 knots on the bamboo. So when 7 knots on the bamboo, and every day this soul, this Dundukari, hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam, and each day each note was breaking from the bamboo. The 7th day when he was completely heard Srimad Bhagavatam, there was an airplane came down to receive this Dundukari back to Vaikuntha. So you are asking question, one who gets liberation. Yes, they will get the liberation. The extent that how do they get that? So then the airplane came and took, and then before that even Dundukari became pure devotee and started to teach Srimad Bhagavatam to others. And that's why they wanted, why only Dundukari is going back to Vaikuntha, why we are also there. And Sukadeva Goswami was also there, not Sukadeva Goswami, Gokarna was there. Nobody is even having that opportunity to go back to Krishna. But only Dundukari is getting. So why? So then this Vishnu Dudas mentioned that Dundukari was very attentively hearing because he was needed, isn't it? He was struggling and suffering, we know that. They have the hunger, but they cannot fulfill. They have this scorching cold and the hot and all this, they drained, in the rain. They all have this problem. They also go through, but only the thing they don't have the body, but they have settled body. That's what we are all feeling. All our feelings come from the settled body. That means mind, intelligence and ego. Our mind is actually the cause of all this. The mind can have all these things. And then what happened? Then the aeroplane came, and then this Vishnu Dudas was saying that Dundukari was very attentively hearing this. The glories of Krishna. Dundukari ascended to the heavenly planets. And then Gokarna again arranged everything. Yes, Srimad Bhagavatam. Now everybody also attentively hearing and becoming and all that. Even I saw that in my personal life, and it's not a myth or anything, it's not that just saying that. In my childhood actually, we had an altar, we were just chanting the holy name. Ram, in the names of the Lord, we were chanting, sitting in the front of the altar. We were 4, my siblings. We were all 4. That's our rule in the home. 7 o'clock in the evening, everybody has to come and sit together and chant. We chant the Ram Nam, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Ram. So my father was sitting there in the back. And immediately he became unconscious. He fell down. And he started to say a language which he never knew. He started to say a language which was Tamil. Actually, he never knew that, the Tamil language. So then he started to speak and all things. Like he was speaking like a woman. Like he was speaking like a woman like that. And then my mother knew what to do. We had this Abhishek water which we bring from the temple that is there. And my mother, sprinkled that Abhishek water and then little some what is called the murchi, something like that. Put it in the oven and get that, bring it and just put it there. After that he came to his consciousness and he asked, "Do you know what did you say?" He said, "I don't know." He's saying that because there are many other people like same language outside, others. So you were speaking Tamil for all this time. This was I seen with my personal eyes. So then after this, just went away. So what happens is actually, whenever there is a satsang, whenever there is a temple, why why we are blowing the conch in the temple? The reason for blowing the conch that to stay away, to keep away all this, the spirit which is around, they will come because they are wandering for it. They are looking for it, an opportunity, and then what happens? If their desires are not fulfilled, they would attack, they will enter in our body, they will attack us. That's why it says that in our culture, we should wear this kandimala, right? Tilak, kandimala, right? And the holy name, then they won't come to us. They won't near to. That's why some people all of a sudden completely change their habit and behavior. Have you seen that person? They immediately become so angry, even a little thing. That till that point they were so wonderful, and immediately after next moment they were behaving so badly. This is all we call haunting, and Srila Prabhupada had similar experience. Srila Prabhupada was writing this book. Srila Prabhupada shows that there is a presence of an spirit. Srila Prabhupada then just chanted the holy name. What happened immediately then? And within that prayer, Srila Prabhupada said, "I talk to that soul." There is a mention itself. Talk to that soul, mention that. Now, hear this, and I am chanting this holy name, now you can go. Then it's actually went away. And Srila Prabhupada felt that and experienced that. So there are devotees experience that. So that's why it's mentioned that we should always have this Gandhimala, Tilak, and we should be always pure. Right? That's why no meat eating. Because of these are the places, this soul, the spirits, the spirits and ghosts, and they induce. What is their body? They settle. Not that they will physically attack us, but they create causes problem within our mind. Then we create that problem. We causes that problem our own. Many people that say it's happening like that. That's why it's mentioned that we should always wear this Kandimala, and we should be pure, and we should take bath every day. That's why in olden days, anybody goes outside for some time, when they come back, they take bath, and they wash their feet and faces. Why? Because of they bathe way and they can. And that's why we should not old clothes, and it should be always clean. And that's why it's mentioned that the places where there is a liquor, where there is a meat, where there is dirty place, and they would all come. They will be there. And this is the place where all the quarrelings and fightings and all happens in the family also. Why? The one reason is actually it's not clean. Second thing is all influence can be there, and no, worship of the Lord. So temple our home should be, at least there should be worship, take bath and clean, and there should not be any unclean places in the home, and we should be always clean in our habits and in our body. Kandimala chant. So this way we can also stay away from. Then what will happen? We can purify ourselves, and we can be very conscious of the Supreme Lord. Okay?
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
For your wonderful class.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Before I let you, sorry, there are some online devotees. I'll just ask them if they have any questions. Hare Krishna, online devotees, thank you for joining. Do you have any questions?
I don't have any question. Thank you very much for a wonderful class. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. This is Vatsala Mataji. Thank you, Prabhu. Nice class.
Yeah, thank you.
Clarified a lot of
Thank
things.
you. So before we end, it's sloka recitation for 5 minutes. Bhagavatam sloka. Yes, kids, are you ready? Yeah, they're ready. Yeah, please come over. You know the thing, right? We should actually recite previous class and this class, 2 slokas.
After my son and son of Pandu, I serve at the place of purpose, pilgrimage design of what they do. So Zaman, so such a Nano Susani Pandita. Why speaking learn words? You are marring what is now words you give. Those who are wise, laymen, neither for living nor for death.
This loudly. Loudly.
After my sons and the sons of Pandu assembled at the place of pilgrimage in Kurukshetra, desiring to find what they did do. Srimad Bhagavatham, Association the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned words, you are warning to not to
Okay, good.
Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samvedayutsavaha Mamaka Pandavascheva Kimma Kurvata Sanjaya.
Next one.
Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samvedayutsavaha Mamaka Pandava Vascheva Kimma Kurvata Sanjaya.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Asurchan Bango Papati. Asurchan Anasuchapa. Ragnavadam Cha. Vasasi. Gatasu. Agatansu. My turn. Show my turn. Anusuchanti. Pandita.
Very good.
Samavetayutsavaha Mamaka Pandavasheva Kimma Kurvata Sanjaya. Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjaya, after my sons and the sons of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, being desirous to fight, what did they do? Asochanam Vasocastam Prajna Vadamcha Bhasase Gatasun Gatasamcha Jnana Socinti Panditaha. Those while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. The wise lamb made known for the living, known for the dead. Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samavetayutsavaha Mamaka Pandavascheva Kimma Kurvata Sanjaya. Dhritarashtra said, my sons and the sons of Pandava after assembled at the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, desiring to fight, what did they do? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Ashvashasam Anushoshasam Ragnavatam Shabashasi Gatasun Agatasun Sha Nanushoshati Pandita. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking the learned words. Rewarding for what is not worthy of praise. Those who speak wisely. Those who speak wisely need neither over the living nor the dead.
Dozvošete kulikete šamaveta čušava mamaka panavashava kima bhamita sanjaya. Sri Bhagwan Vacha Ashasha Andashashta Prajnavadam Sha Pashashe Katashun Arata Shamshasha Nanushashanti Padikta.
Dharmakshetra Kurukshetra Samaveda Yudziva Mamaka Pandavasheva Kimakurvata Sanjaya. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Asochan Anvasochastam Pragnavatam Savashate Katashram Katashram Shainana Sochanti Pandita.
Loudly. Closer.
Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjaya, when my sons and the sons of Pandu gathered in his pilgrimage in Kurukshetra, what did they do? Sri Bhagavan Vacha Asochanam Asocastam Prakravatam Shrivashase Kadasun Nanuzochanti Panditaha. While speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise do not lament for the living or the dead.
Shri Dhritarashtra Vacha Dharmakshetra Kurukshetra Samaveta Yutsavaha Samata Pandavasheva Kimna Kursva Sanjaya. Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjaya, when my sons and the sons of Pandu gathered at the place of pilgrimage in Kurukshetra desiring to fight, what did they do? Sri Bhagavan Vacha Asochananda Sochasvam Prajna Vadam Shabashase Katasunna Katasusha Nanu Sochanti Panditaha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead.
There is a line. Lakshmipati, ready? I'll give you chocolate. No chocolate. No chocolate? Okay. Six. Yours.
Okay, next time.
You can come. Who else?
Come on. Rishikesh.
Come forward. Come forward.
Quick.
Nitya, you want to say?
Oh. Come on.
Dharmakshetra Kurukshetra Samaveta Yutsavaha Mamaka Pandavasheva Kimna Kurvata Sanjaya.
Next one.
So big round of applause to the kids. Wonderful. So be prepared for the next week, 3 slokas.
I'm already prepared.
Yeah, good. Thank you. Again, now once more, we need to show our gratitude to Simhesvara Prabhu for coming all the way from New Jersey, taking his time, giving wonderful discourse, so many take-home points. Okay, so we'll chant loudly 3 times Hari Bol. Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Thank you, Prabhu. It's time for prasadam. महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नाम ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे स्वल्प पुण्यवतं राजन विश्वासो नैव जायते शरीरा विद्याजाल जड़ेन्द्रियता है काल जीव फैले विषय सागरे तार मध्य जिह्वादि लोभो माय सुदुर्मति ताके जटा कठिन संसारे कृष्णा बरोदय माय कोई बार जीवा जाए सप्रसाद नदी लो पाए सही नामृत पाओ श्री राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ प्रेम डाको चैतन्य निताय जय निमाय जय निताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधार शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा लवली हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री राधा कृष्ण महाप्रसादम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, ऑनलाइन डिवोटीज की जय. थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर जॉइनिंग. हरे हरि बोल.